the motion passes. Thank you. Let's move on to 8E, consideration of approval of the recommendation received from the Economic Development Authority, EDA, to approve the request of Rushford Hardware to continue forbearance for one more year until April 1, 2013 on their Category 1 Business Flood Recovery Loan, and to continue forbearance for one more year until May 1st, 2013 in their Category 1A Business Flood Recovery Loan. Interest to continue to accrue. EDA members and, well, Joyce. That's all we need. We'll be present to provide more detail and to answer questions on the above questions. See attached EDA minutes, and I thank Mr. Norstead for coming tonight.
As was mentioned in your summary, this is the second year, and the Norsteds had originally requested 4 years. And you as a council decided you would approve only 1 year at a time. He did provide full financials, which were reviewed in February, and then we went through the February meeting without a motion on the part of the EDA, so that's partly why it was delayed until this time. But they have been paying down their debt and taking other steps to improve the cash flow. And the EDA subcommittee recommended to the EDA that, in their opinion, the forbearance was needed for another year, and the EDA followed by recommending that same action to the council. So Greg is here to answer any questions you might have.
I'm glad, you're continuing in business, because Rushford needs businesses.
And they are maintaining the employment as well.
Yep.
Excellent, good to hear. Any other questions on EDA recommendation?
Out of curiosity, how many employees do you have, Greg?
I gotta count now. Well, Pat, Bruce, Darla, my wife, myself, my daughter, my son, John Anderson, who just started, he got laid off from Suncat. He replaced Justin, so he swapped. Kim Matchett and Mike Matchett. So, did you add?
Nah, I didn't.
Okay.
But that's a good number. I move to approve, this flood forbearance loan.
Second. Motion by Mr. Dahl, second by Mr. Hansi. Any further comment?
I should clarify that there are actually
Two.
two dates, April 1 and May 1. One was the original business loan, and the other is the new building property.
Okay, so to clarify, would you care to modify your motion to grant forbearance until April 1 on Category 1 and May 1st on Category 1A?
I will do that.
Second.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen, for the clarification. Any other comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Norstead, for keeping the hardware store open, making Rushford a full-service community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I think newest homeowner in town is probably gonna put them over the top. I've been living in that place.
All right.
They know me by name now. I'm like,
Oh,
that's
good.
good.
Good, they should.
That's good, yeah.
All right, review statistical and financial reports of 2011 Aquatic Center operations. Consideration of setting rates for 2012 season tickets. Swimming lessons and daily rates at the Rushford Aquatic Center. Opportunities for coordinating with RP Community Education for advertising and mass registration necessitate the need to set rates at this time. See attached 2011 financial reports and proposed Aquatic Center flyer for 2012.
like the bottom line looked pretty bad last year, Your Honor. Part of that is there was several one-off things that happened with equipment that needed to be fixed and updated. Those costs won't be reflected in this year. I'm also pleased that Robbie's still interested. I know that's the next item for the council to consider as the manager, but I think we took some real positive steps last year in trying to expand how the pool operated. We were working with other businesses in town to try to do some extra promotions. And first year you try those things, sometimes they don't work out wonderfully, but they build momentum. And so we're hoping that in this upcoming year, we can build on some of those successes and maybe take on a few other projects that we were considering last year, but we kind of ran out of time.
So what is your anticipated savings on, from last year, on the equipment?
Well, the things that we purchased last year,
The heater repairs, new
Right.
pump, rebuild.
not gonna need all of those.
So are you saying maybe 5,000, 6,000, 10,000?
I think, wasn't it 12, Kathy? I think it was like 12 was the last number that I saw.
Well, one of the things we do at the pool is every other year we buy suits for the guards, not every year. And last year was a suit buying year, so that's a few. And every 5 years we have to send our public works guys off to school for their CPO training. And last year we had 2 people that were up for that, so we won't have to do that for a while. But there were things like counters and shelves and ladders and valves and heaters and chemical probes. And then there was some OSHA stuff too that we had to do. We had to replace the freezer and the refrigerator and buy some fans. So there was a bunch of stuff like that that we won't have to do again. But that probably all comes to maybe $4,500 to $5,000 of supplies and repairs that won't have to be done.
So that's on top of the 12,000? That,
No,
No.
the 12 was a number that Jeff and I were talking about. That's what we were hoping. But, you know, one of the problems is until we open the thing up, again, we're not gonna know what kind of damage might have been done this winter.
But one of the things, you know, when we raise rates for sewer, water, and electric, the swimming pool pays those rates. So, and we have raised rates, so the pool's paying more, paying for all the water, paying for the sewer fees and electric fees. So you can see that in the line items, you know, where the electrical
Yeah, I've seen that.
is higher, and there are just some things where you can tell it's gonna be higher, and some things are remaining fairly steady. And it depends on whether, for the natural gas too, for heating the pool. If you have a really cold season, then you're gonna use more natural gas. But last year, we lowered the temperature like by 2 degrees, and it made quite a difference on, even though the price of gas may have changed, the amount we used didn't go up. So there's a lot of little things that they do up there to make it run more effectively and efficiently.
so are you anticipating a rise in the price, the emission price?
Well, on that other sheet, you'll see, let's see on there, that we raised daily rates, just 2 years ago we raised those, and that's kind of standard for the area, so we probably don't want to raise daily rates again. It's been a while, I think, since we raised, season rates. 2002 was the last time we raised season rates. Lesson rates went up in 2010, and daily rates went up in 2010, so it's probably too soon to raise that.